friends. Right now I'm gonna make some breakfast cereal before a long ride. So I'm doing like 4 to 5 hours on the bike today. So I definitely need something substantial to fuel my body for that long of an effort. So I want to start out with like a hearty and warm breakfast because it's currently like below freezing outside right now. And I want something to warm my body as well as to fuel it before the ride. So I'm gonna be experimenting here with a Instant Pot morning porridge. So fingers crossed that this goes well because I've never made it before and I'm throwing together kind of a strange combination of ingredients. So again, fingers crossed. I'll let you know how it turns out, but thanks for joining me while we get things started. So I'm gonna go through the ingredients that I'm using, and sorry, but it's still early, so I'm drinking coffee while I'm talking. So let's see. I'm going to be doing this porridge, and I really love this Mighty Tasty Bob's Red Mill gluten-free cereal. It's a combination of like buckwheat and rice, really delicious. So I'm gonna use that with some Elmhurst milk walnuts. Walnut milk is really awesome. It has a really deep flavor and more carbohydrates compared to protein, and I really want that extra carb boost. So this is going to give a lot of flavor and give me that nice creamy milkiness without the dairy. And this is really cool. This is a red curry squash, Minnesota grown, so nice and local. And I've got some already diced up here, so I'm going to throw that in. So that's going to add some fiber and some whole food component to this breakfast, as well as, you know, a little bit of extra carbohydrate for my morning cereal. So just got it chunked up right there. Always got to have the salt. Always add salt to pretty much everything. When you're active and you're going to be sweating, definitely need to have a little bit of extra salt. Gonna go with some ginger and some cardamom. You can use any seasoning you like. Maybe, you know, some cinnamon or some cayenne if you really wanted an extra kick. Got some maple syrup here. And do that for a little bit of extra sweetness, and some frozen strawberries and some coconut. So that's what I'm planning on throwing into the Instant Pot, and you know, we'll see if it comes out. Does anyone think that like looks really weird? Hopefully. I think it'll be a good combo. I'm quite confident. So and while I'm making this to like warm myself, I also want to point out, like, look at this awesome suit that I'm wearing, this new kit. It's really flashy. So I'm gonna take a minute to like show some detail here because I love this, like bright little pop of color. And then this is peppermint cycling, so really cool, really flashy. And I like the suits that have the pockets in them too, so big fan of that. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see. Bring this a little closer. We've got the Instant Pot like buried in here, and I'm a big fan of this Instant Pot because it cooks things really quick, and that's great for active people on the go. So I'm like loosely measuring here, and I'm gonna do like just over a cup, maybe a cup and a quarter, maybe, of the hot cereal. So got that. And then give my milked walnuts a good shake here, because with any like milked nut can kind of break up a little bit inside, and we want it to be nice and creamy. And you're gonna see that the color with the walnuts is pretty cool. This is not chocolate milk, this is milked walnuts. It's pretty neat, right? I'm gonna do a full 2 cups of that. And I'm just throwing in whatever I have left here of the coconut. So there's like, I don't know, less than a half a cup here. It doesn't really matter. We're just experimenting. I'm gonna toss in the squash. and some strawberries. And a pinch of salt, maybe like a quarter teaspoon there, and you can always add more afterwards. A little bit of maple. We don't want it too sweet, but just a little drizzle. And of course, you can add more of this afterwards too if you feel like you need it saltier or sweeter. You can always play with that after the fact. A little bit of ginger, a little bit of cardamom. Don't go like overboard with the cardamom. It's an amazing spice, but it definitely, like, you can overdo it real quickly. So just a quick sprinkle of that. All right, I think we're good. Just gonna kind of give it a shake here, show you guys. So that's what we've got. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit of water. So you don't want it to like cook into like too thick of a mush. All right, we're gonna try this out. Ready to put the top on. So vent is sealed, and I'm just going to cook it. Porridge, no, definitely don't want 20 minutes. I'm gonna do 10. Minutes sounds about good. Might be too much, but we'll try 10. And it's doing its thing. So, got 10 minutes, and then we can come back and hopefully, again, fingers crossed, it'll be delicious and a fun new recipe. And if it does work, then I will post the whole recipe up on the blog, of course. But I will check in again in 10 minutes. And if you guys have any questions, definitely send them over, because I've got a little bit of time before I head out on my ride. So about an hour and a half. I'm gonna make some ride sandwiches and get that done in these 10 minutes that I'm waiting. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will post the finished product in about 10 minutes.